CJ Flyer back at the front of another YouTube video. Today teaching you how you can directly import your MyPlayer into MyNBA mode in NBA 2K26. This is a brand new feature that 2K has implemented into this year's installment of NBA 2K, and I think it's going to prove to be very beneficial to those of us that want an unrestricted MyCareer experience, as well as those of us that want to test out different MyPlayer builds in different scenarios outside of what's possible in the existing MyPlayer builder. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. In this example, I'm using a MyPlayer that I created on day 1 on August 29th, 2025. You can see I haven't even played through the entire story yet, and that doesn't even matter. You can still import this build directly into MyNBA. It doesn't matter if you're a 66 overall that's just starting out, or if you're an 85 plus overall that's played several MyCareer seasons. So from the main menu, scroll to the right and select MyNBA. Then once again, select MyNBA from this next list, and then select the era you'd wish to start in. In this example, I'm going to show the modern era, but you could also do any of the other eras. There's no limitation in that regard whatsoever. Next, you'll be brought to the MyNBA setup screen. I'm not going to go into any great detail here, just make sure you set up the settings the way that you would like. And then once you're done setting all of your settings and advancing through that, you can go ahead and choose which team you'd like to control. And then once you get through all of the other pop-ups and get to the calendar screen, go ahead and click circle on the PlayStation 5 or B on the Xbox Series X or S. Scroll down the navigation menu list and select options, and then select Create Player. You should see your MyPlayer already here in this list. Your MyPlayer should have the same attributes, the same badges, and the same tendencies as is the case in your actual MyPlayer MyCareer save file. Go ahead and select the player, and you'll be given the option to either copy that player to free agency or copy that player to a specific team. And in this example, I'm going to copy MyPlayer CJ Flyer onto the Lakers. And now you can see, once we go back to the navigation menu, scrolling to select front office, and then selecting roster, you can see since my MyPlayer is a 66 overall, if you scroll down to the very bottom of the list on the Lakers roster, MyPlayer CJ Flyer is now there. Now at this point, the player that you see in your MyNBA roster and your actual MyPlayer are completely separate. There is nothing bonding them together at this point. Any upgrades you make directly to your MyPlayer are not going to directly apply to this player that is now in the MyNBA save file. Likewise, any edits that you make to the player on the MyNBA save file are not going to apply to your MyPlayer in the actual MyPlayer save file. And there you have it. You can now play with your MyPlayer in MyNBA mode after having directly imported it into the save file. Of course, this was a very basic tutorial, not going into many details about different settings you can manipulate, setting playbooks, setting rotations. I will be having more tutorials regarding having your MyPlayer in MyNBA later this year. That being said, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section down below, and click one of the videos on your screen now for some more NBA 2K26 tutorials.